Okay, so last week my girlfriend made me sit down and watch episodes 1 through 6 of the amazing digital circus with her, and I hate to admit, but I've gotten really into it. I had no clue what it was beforehand, but it really surprised me with how much I actually ended up enjoying it so far. Anyways, episode 6, the most recent one as of making this, has had me thinking a lot lately. And I have this little thing that I noticed that could mean nothing, but I also haven't heard anyone mention it. And whenever I bring it up to people, they act kind of surprised that they missed it. And that is the parallelism in the reflections being used in this episode. Trust me with this one, I swear I have a point, I think. Using reflection to tell your audience something about a character is nothing new. We've been doing it forever, and they usually function as a way to gain insight on a character's interior thoughts or morality without explicitly having to state them. They also just look kind of cool. So after the gang gets split up into pairs, they all have a heart-to-heart moment during the episode with one another. The first one we see is Jax and Pomni, where Jax is telling her to let go, that they're all characters and have roles to fill. Say what you want about Jax, but this feels like the first time he's actually opening up. Or at least we think so. Then there's Zubul and Gangle in the castle where they talk about the real side of yourself that you have to confront. And lastly, Ragatha and Kinger, where Ragatha talks about wanting people to like her and Kinger relates to his own experiences with self-doubt. Now, these conversations all have pretty obvious parallels, right? They're all about not liking some part of yourself and how each character has a different way of approaching it. What really interests me is that sometime roughly in the middle of all of these conversations where one character is about to really open up, we see them in a reflection. Zubul is only visible in the reflection of Gangle's mask when she asks them if they've struggled with the same feelings of inadequacy that she's dealing with. Then in Ragatha and Kinger's conversation, after Ragatha opens up about her worries of people hating her, we cut to a reflection of the two in the glass of the fish tank, and as we get to this shot, Kinger starts to relate and comfort her. Okay, sure, whatever, what about Jax and Pomni? Well, that's the thing. In both of their major talks, we never see either of them in reflection. It's not like it wouldn't make sense in the context of the scene either. In the first one, you could maybe see Jax in the reflection of the guns or the cans, and in the second, seeing Pomni's reflection in Jax's eyes would make a lot of sense. But neither character are ever in reflection in this episode, further proving that Jax was not being genuine in either of these moments with Pomni. However, in the awards ceremony scene, we cut to Jax walking out and going to the bathroom. Then we get some close-ups of him freaking out. And the first medium shot in this entire sequence is him looking in the mirror at his own reflection. They've also used reflection shots for the purpose of showcasing a character opening up in the past too. I think the most obvious example is Pomni looking at her drink in episode 5 while she talks about her life as a human. So in summary, reflections were used in Zubul and Gangle's talk, and then again in Ragatha and Kinger's heart-to-heart scenes to represent their vulnerability, and that we're going to see their genuine internal thoughts. But we don't get a reflection shot in Jax and Pomni's because Jax is not being genuine to Pomni or the viewer. We don't see him in reflection until the end where he's trying to hold himself together in the bathroom. So, what does this all mean? Well, I don't really know. I just thought it was cool. It's pretty obvious through the actual conversations what they're setting up for Jax's character, and I just think him never getting a moment of true vulnerability further adds to his characterization and what his role in the show is and what it's going to be. Okay, I can finally stop thinking about this now. Jesus Christ.